unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Nothing wins got a score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
It's Saturday night on the British Basketball League, and this evening's game sees two teams in very different form. The Bristol Flyers and Newcastle Eagles. When these two met last month, Newcastle were victorious, with Jordan Johnson shooting a game-winning 26 points. Leicester have defeated both teams, so who better to call this one than Riders head coach Rob Paternostro? He's alongside Tahir Hejat.
Well, thank you very much, Jeanette. We're now here at the SGS Wise Arena for tonight's clash. 8 p.m, Bristol Flyers take on the Newcastle Eagles. Rob, we've got a great game ahead of us, but it's a tough task for Newcastle Eagles, playing last night and playing today.
298 miles, long way down after an emotional game last night. It'll be interesting to see what they have in the tank.
Well, let's find out what they have in the lineups right now for you. Starting lineups for the Bristol Flyers. Raf Thomas-Edwards and Callum Smart unable to play tonight, but Roel Graham-Bell, Tevin Ollison, Lucas Johnson and Green will start for the Bristol Flyers. And for the Newcastle Eagles, they will start as follows. Del Pesh, Ricky McGill, last night's MVP, Jordan Johnson, Taj Green at number 55, and number 9, Devin Whitfield, the starting 5 for the Newcastle Eagles. Let's take a look a little closer at some of their star players. Let's start with Kenny Johnson, Rob.
Kenny Johnson, 31 minutes a game, first time overseas, leading scorer at 15 points per game, but I love with the energy he plays with on both ends of the floor.
And for the opponents tonight, the Newcastle Eagles, he had a hell of a ball game last night, Ricky McGill.
Yeah, Ricky McGill came into the game last night, 1 for 13 from 3. He goes 6 for 10 last night, 38 minutes, 31 points. When he's playing like that, they're tough to beat.
They are tough to beat. The Newcastle Eagles, of course, have taken victory against the Bristol Flyers already once this season, but very different circumstances now. It's all to play for here in the British Basketball League Championship. We'll be back with you very, very shortly after this break.
Back to 7, and oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out.
Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. His big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off a building
Nice pass inside, Thomas on the baseline.
I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, faces, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time!
There are a few things better than late night Saturday basketball action. And here we are, British Basketball League Championship action resumes as the Bristol Flyers now host the Newcastle Eagles. Those starting fives for you: Tejon Lucas, Tevin Ollison, Keddy Johnson, Will Graham Bell and Brad Green for Bristol, and for Newcastle, McGill, Whitfield, Johnson, Delpeche and Taj Green will start. Let's get this one underway. Myself, Tahir Hajat, alongside Rob Paternostro. This one's going to be a fun game, Rob.
Oh yeah, these two teams had a good encounter last time with Newcastle coming out on top. Bristol wants to get them this time. They know they've had a long trip, so it'll be interesting to see how Newcastle play early in the game.
Here is Johnson getting fouled, and his first shot. Foul will mean he goes to the line for two.
And that's that landing space there. You see Johnson with a little up fake, McGill guarding him off the ground, and there you see he clips the back of the leg. And that's going to be two shots.
Can be really dangerous in that situation. That slight clip, if he lands awkwardly, and these guys are out here making a living, it could be really tough. So important that referees are.
Well, it's not a surprise that Johnson gets to the foul line. He's going 6.5 a game to the free throw line. Has the ability to drive to the basket, draw fouls. A really difficult player to defend.
He's putting up numbers, as we spoke about earlier, 15 points per game, but he's playing the minutes. Here is Ricky McGill, last night's star player. Really put some points on the board, and Taj Green gets underneath the basket. An easy finish for two.
Good pass from Delpeche. They fell asleep, Bristol, a back cut, and an easy finish for Green.
Well, Graham Bell hands it off. Brad Green, he's going to set the screen. Driving to the rack to the left hand and bounces off the back of the iron. Green now hooks it around and in for two.
And that's what Bristol does. They throw it up on the backboard and they go get it. The best offensive rebounding team in the league gets a second chance point early.
Grab those offensive rebounds, you get more chances at second chance opportunities. Here we are in transition now, and the reverse layup just bobbles out.
Good move from Ollison, just didn't finish it.
Here's Whitfield across to Johnson. Johnson driving to the rack, sidestep, kick, rotation. Green looked like he wanted to shoot it, didn't quite get it off. McGill, opposite side of the floor, and that's off to the right. Rebound almost for Delpeche, and that's knocked away by Rowell Graham Bell.
Well, Bristol will know Delpeche is tough on that offensive glass. He played there 2.5 years. There you see him. You're going to have to block him out because he can keep the ball alive with the best of them.
I actually really enjoy when there's a lot of player movement between teams, as Johnson's fouled there. It's great to see players move from one team to the other. It shows how much value there is in being in the British Basketball League.
Yeah, Delpeche made the move over. Here you see Johnson, and talk about drawing fouls. He has a way to draw the foul. 7.5 free throw attempts a game. And Newcastle is #1 in the league at going to the free throw line. So when you play against them, it's very important to keep them off the line. 27 free throw attempts per game for the Eagles.
Jordan Johnson will make his first of two.
Johnson having a really good start for the Eagles so far. Very difficult to defend with his shooting ability from beyond the three and his change of pace driving to the basket.
Well, as you said, you know, the amount of free throws this team gets. Jordan Johnson himself, that's his 45th made free throw attempt out of 54 this season. Full rotation, Rowell Graham Bell for three, and he'll knock that one down.
He was wide open there. They just ran a basic horn set. They did a good job of finding him at the top of the circle, and we've seen Graham Bell this year get hot from that three-point line.
Of course, he was formerly at the Newcastle Eagles last season before getting injured. Made the decision not to bring him back, and that bounces off out of bounds Whitfield.
Here you see Taj Green and Delpeche sucked in and wide open there, top of the circle for Bell.
Now Green off the front of the iron. Rowell Graham Bell, offensive rebound for Bristol.
A lot of long rebounds in that arena. The ball comes off the rim hard, so you got to chase those balls down. Bristol so good at that.
There we go again, driving to the rack. It's good to go for two.
Yeah, Lucas has played good basketball recently. Starting to come into his own. I spoke with Andreas today. He's got a lot of new players, and he feels like they're getting better and better week in, week out.
Right-hand side, or should I say left-hand side, with Whitfield inside to Taj Green. He's got a one-on-one back down opportunity here against Roel Graham-Bell. He heads to the right hook. Roel Graham-Bell did a great job standing his ground there.
Yeah, good job. Now let him get to that favored right hand. Made it tougher.
Goes by Green here. Euro stepping inside with power. And that's a blocking foul call.
Ooh, I'd like to see that one again. Looked like he was headed for a charge here. Looked like he had position. Tough call, always a tough call to make. But that time, Graham-Bell gets the benefit of the whistle.
He'll go to the line for his first 2 attempts this evening. Well, Graham-Bell is shooting over 80% from the free throw line.
23 minutes a game for him, 9 points per game. We saw him with Plymouth when he was in the BBL, especially that second half of that season. You know, really be an emerging player and a difficult player to deal with.
Of course, he's also spent some time in the EABL Academy League and heading, of course, over overseas college basketball, making his way back to the UK. Corner here now for Whitfield. Whitfield knocks down that 3.
And that's his spot over there in the corner. Johnson, who may have gotten away with an offensive foul there, did a good job to find Whitfield wide open.
Whitfield really spreads the floor for the Newcastle Eagles as Green goes to the right-handed hook. Nice rebound inside. Up strong again for Graham-Bell, and here he is picking it up. Nice pass to Brad Green. Can he finish this time? Yes, he can.
And that's Bristol basketball. Keep the ball alive, keep the ball alive, and get the easy deuce inside.
And a quick timeout called here by Mark Stutel. He'll want to steady the ship. 13-7 is the score. Not as much trouble as Manchester were in early on in our previous game today, but nonetheless a cause for a break in play.
Yeah, I did no doubt. And I think he's got to, get this team to have the energy. He's pretty fired up right now, Mark Stutel. Really going at Taj Green. Not
really
sure with that. That was strong there. So make no mistake about it. Mark's fired up for this one tonight.
Shouting rebound at his team right there, because as we spoke about the rebounding prowess of the Bristol Flyers, every team that plays against them this season will be trying to keep them off the glass, and if early on something like this is happening, it can only frustrate you.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, that's been, they haven't had a great chance to prepare. When you play a back-to-back like this, and speaking to Mark and Gary the last couple weeks, Gary Stronach, the assistant, they were worried about this game, obviously, because long trip, no chance to prepare, tired bodies. So he's going to have to utilize those timeouts early, make sure he gets his message across, because it's very difficult to play a team when you have no days to prepare. Bristol did play Thursday, so they have the one day, but yeah, and also at home. So tough night. Newcastle knew this coming down, knew this was going to be a challenging game, and it's always challenging in the Wise Arena against this Bristol Flyer team. Great home court advantage in there. Fans right on top of you and loud, early and often.
Well, Whitfield ready to get the play back underway after that early timeout from the Newcastle Eagles. Here comes Ricky McGill.
And they do this a lot where they bring Johnson away from the ball to try to get him in a better position.
And he does exactly that. He receives it up top to find Whitfield on the curl.
They switch there. Defoe's got the mismatch in the post with Olsen. They didn't see him.
Neighbors into the game. He's looking inside, and there is that mismatch, and there's Defoe capitalizing.
Yeah, good patience from the Eagles. Defoe's going to be in a good position here against Olsen. They realized that, found him for 2.
Green setting the screen here. Ollison between the legs, trying to find a little bit of space. Ends up kicking out. Roel Graham-Bell will let it go again for 3.
Oh! Hey, maybe he's got something in it tonight against this team. Maybe he wanted to be back and he's not there. Feeling good so far.
McGill driving along the right-hand side, and that was way too easy for McGill.
Nice move from McGill. Nice high arc off the glass for 2.
Lucas Trying to look inside for Green. He's been in that paint a little while. Johnson. He finds room for three now. Whitfield with the defensive rebound. Johnson looking up. Trying to assess his options here. Defoe comes across with it. Keeps it on the back. Keeps the defender on the back. And one play. Once again, we spoke about this before the game. The use of his body, Rob.
Yeah, he does a good job holding off and then does a good job of getting to that foul line. Let's watch here. You know, he stakes the dribble, keeps him on his back, uses the off arm a little bit, and then, you know, you can see Lucas like, did I get him here or not? Let's watch this again. Good play from Johnson to hold him off.
It's tight because the landing space, once again, it's very difficult. And in fact, we're going to have a little break here as the Bristol Flyers are in the lead 16-13. We'll be back with you very shortly.
Hey, it's Taj Green here at Crep City, Newcastle. Let's go shopping and see what I find, but it's gonna be on Newcastle Eagles budget. I always wanted to hoop in these, but I feel like that'd be too heavy for me. There's always been a connection with basketballs and sneakers. I feel like, you know, it started with Jordan, and I feel like now just with the fashion and shoes, and it's worldwide. The best player to ever touch a basketball, behind me. This gonna describe my whole team in one. Teamwork. If you think about it, we got a team full of players, real fast, athletic. This is Darius Defoe, man. He about business. If I could pick a shoe from this table, the Pandas, you know, you can wear those with anything. Like, I can fit in with anything. I just feel good, you know, being on the court because I'm still blessed to be able to play. And it's only year 2, so I feel like it's more years to come.
Well, Roel Graham-Bell, he started hot out the gates, Rob.
Yeah, no doubt. 8 points already, showing the shooting range, but also on the glass, 3 offensive rebounds for Bell so far.
Jordan Johnson on the line after being fouled and making the mid-range jumper. Chance at a 3-point play, and he makes it count. As the Bristol Flyers will go back on the offensive. Newcastle have kept this game close early on.
Watch the zone here. They usually, after the foul shots, they drop into the 2-3 zone, change up the defense a little bit.
Well, there's Roel Graham-Bell flashing into that space, trying to find Kenny Johnson on the baseline.
That's where you want to get the ball. That high post was open as you see this play flash. Look at Smith down low. You know, that's where we want it. You see Smith raise his hand because they had a good matchup down there. Poor decision for Bell.
Rushed in his decision-making there as Defoe holds on to possession. McGill finds Defoe again. And
calling for the ball, Defoe.
Yeah, give me it. Larry Austin Jr., he's going to go to work in the paint. Rattles in and out. Smith. Nice backdoor cut here. Nice drive to the rack. And one play. Tevin Ollison makes it count.
Yeah, nice job there from Smith. Great pass. The ball reversal. Makes eye contact. Go. Hits him. And a good finish there from Ollison, who draws the foul on Neighbor. Good look at it here. You see McGill caught napping, and Ollison takes advantage of that.
And when we say caught napping, like, it's really, I guess this is a great moment to educate, I guess. It's not just the defender's positioning. Yes, that's one element. Where is his eyes focus? Is he looking at the ball specifically? Has he even got an idea where his man is?
Yeah, that's, you got to, you know, you have to be able to see ball and man, and he didn't do that there. But you also have to have more pressure on the passer. If the passer has more pressure there, it'll be a harder pass to make.
Here's Larry Austin Jr. Double staggered screen from Neighbor and Defoe. They ran this action last night as Defoe sets the screen, and foul is called here on the floor. Probably the 3rd team foul for the Bristol Flyers as Kenny Johnson's called for it here. Good screen from Defoe, but enough space for Johnson to get through. He does get a piece of the ball there.
Yeah, I thought he made contact with the back of the arm, though. That was a reach. I thought it was a decent call. And Taj Green, after, you know, taking a little abuse from the coach, puts him back in the ball game. Defoe coming out. Maybe something wrong with Defoe, not sure, because that's a quick exit for him.
Josh Ward-Hibbert hands it back off to Johnson. Does use the screen eventually from neighbor. Johnson inside to the left hand, gets it to go.
A great job. He dribbled the ball a lot in that possession, but he found a way to get there and finished with the left hand.
Now Kenny Johnson, he goes to the right hand. Roel Graham-Bell, he's there to clean up.
Was that a pass? Maybe not, but good finish from Bell.
You take them any way they come sometimes. And now Tevin Arneson, beautiful work to reverse it onto his left hand for two.
Great footwork from Allison. He's tough in that semi-transition attack right to the rim.
And this is exactly what Bristol want. They want to run the floor on Newcastle. They want them to get tired. But you've got to put a stop to Jonah Johnson responding.
Oh, he's tough. You know, he is a guy that is tough to defend. His shooting ability from outside makes him so tough because you're jumping out there, and then he's so crafty at getting to the rim.
Smith drives baseline. Nice inside hand. It rolls around the rim and out, but another offensive rebound. Roel Graham-Bell gets out of double trouble. And a big triple for Allison. Lights out.
Oh, give Bell the credit, though. The offensive rebound was there, and Allison said, hey, thanks, Roel. I'll make the three.
Johnson now going mid-range, and a foul is called there. Leslie Smith getting a piece of Jonah Johnson. He'll go to the free throw line again.
Yeah, you can't get near him. If you get near him, it's going to be a foul. He has the ability to draw those defense. That's a clear foul there. He has the ability to know where that defender is coming to draw the foul. He's trying to G up his team a little bit now. And here you see, oh, neighbor goes for the fake. But look at Graham just outworking him. 4 Eagles guys right there. And then Allison cleans it up with the long-range three.
So here goes Johnson on the free throw line. He's made his previous 3 free throws. And curse to the commentator, he misses his 4th attempt on the line.
Well, he's on pace now. If this will be his 5th free throw in the first quarter. I'm no mathematician, but that's on pace for 20. Yeah. So you're going to have to find a way to slow him down and not put him on the foul line. Very key when you play against him, because he'll kill you with that.
And there is the second of those substitutions checking into the game. Jordan Johnson will take a break. Mark Stuter will share some information with him. And McGill, I believe, will replace him.
The full court pressure here from Newcastle, trying to pick up the tempo.
Inside, an offensive foul called.
Ooh.
No basket. Referee Kevin Kinsella.
We'll have to check that one out again. Trajan Jacob coming off the bench for the Flyers. High-level scorer. Let's see here to drive. Green is just using his back to box him out there. It's tough. Not a ton of contact.
You know, he could also be
tricky call.
He's quite wide, Green, and can't penalize him for that. Larry Austin Jr. inside for 2. Nice work from the Eagles to find him.
And Newcastle, after that slow start, hanging around here. Remember, they had a slow start last night, but they came back in that first quarter. Doing the same thing here.
Smith. Looks like he was going to go for 3. Ricky McGill comes up with the steal, and an easy finish for 2 to make this a 3-point game. Poor defensive recognition there from Taj Green, trying to close out on Smith.
Yeah, good jumping on Smith, but Smith with the turnover.
Yeah,
to give them the easy 2.
Across right-hand side, catch and shoot. Green with the rebound. McGill. Throws it off the glass. It was in between a floated finish and oh, beautiful Euro step. Can't get the end product. Larry Austin Jr. now pushing forward with the speed we know he has, and that's stolen away by the Flyers. They're going to look to run the floor here. Smith playing point center, and there is the scrape at the rim.
Look away, Leslie. We love the big guys that can handle the ball and make the passes. Good play there from Smith to find Jacob for the easy deuce.
Here's McGill, and there's that staggered action again. handoff from Larry Austin Jr. Screen comes from Will neighbor Ricky McGill trying to find the room to attack. He does eventually find it. Bounce pass across. Josh Ward-Hibbert. That bobbles over. We've seen him make those.
Good play for McGill there. He refused the screen. They do that a lot where they'll come up against the screen. They go the other way. And he found a wide open Ward-Hibbert, but he couldn't knock it down.
Andres Capulas calling for a head tap. Which usually
pick
means,
and roll.
Yeah, which usually means pick and roll. Oh, what a pass. And Smith just wasn't ready.
Yeah. Hit him in a tough spot there in the hands. You got to grab that one here. Lucas, not ready. Maybe a little too much steam on it. But I always say, if it hits the hands, you got to grab it.
That's right.
That was a bullet pass.
Eagles possession on that baseline.
You know, I thought, Green really wanted the ball in that last possession. He had Neighbor behind him, and I think he likes that matchup, and they didn't get him the ball. Maybe Coach Kapul is talking about that right now. Looks like he had a good opportunity here. But the Eagles have a chance here.
Oh, Corey Samuels hitting the deck a little. And McGill now floats it in for two, brings that game nice and close. It's 28-27, 1 point game at the end of the first. This one's gonna be a great one. We'll be back with you very shortly.
In the corner for the win!
Back to 7, and oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out.
Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Wow, great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings with the stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time!
Well, here we are back. It's 28-25, so you might have heard me saying it's quick on that scoreboard because I believed it was 28-27, but nonetheless, it's still a close game between these two teams. Strong contenders here in the British Basketball League, both playing in the European North Basketball League. Their first ventures into Europe. For Newcastle for a long time, and the Bristol Flyers for the first time ever. Coming into this second quarter, 10 points apiece for Johnson and Rowell Graham-Bell. Here's Whitfield now, using his pivot well to create room. Hesitated on that shot, meant the defender could get out to him. McGill's going to pull up for three now, and that gives him 9 points personal.
Well, Ricky McGill, stay hot. Good effort by the Eagles to keep it alive. They ran an elevator play out of the timeout where they tried to close the doors. Bristol did a good job keep making that stop, but McGill comes up with the three from the top.
Rowell Graham-Bell's found some space on the three-point line and looks across to Corey Samuels, who fires that one up.
And another long rebound that's picked up by the Flyers.
Larry Austin Jr. will collect for the Eagles, pushing forward now. McGill, he's going to let another three go, and he's rattling it in.
Boy, that 298 miles did not cool him off. You can see what confidence will do. Ricky McGill feeling good out there.
This is what British Basketball League fans who have been with us for a while expected from Ricky McGill.
Yeah, you know he can score. Sometimes it takes a little time to get going, but certainly making it happen now.
Foul is called here. Green's originally blocked from Taj Green, but foul has been called. And he will go to the line. McGill, look, driving along the sideline with pace, with speed. Then out in transition off the steal. Then finding his rhythm from downtown, knocking it down one by one.
And that one was deep, that last one. The one before off the dribble, that one off the catch, floater. Feeling really good. You know, remember with McGill, 38 minutes last night. So be interesting to see how many he plays today and how he looks going forward in the second half. But so far, got a lot of bounce. Newcastle, hot start from the field, shooting the ball really good.
Well, Green, he knocks down the free throw, and Bristol actually trail by 2 at this moment in time. McGill, Austin Jr., Whitfield, Delpeche, and Green, the lineup on the floor for them at this moment in time. Delpeche is kind of a bit lost here, didn't know quite where to go on the set, but comes and sets the screen for Larry Austin Jr. Re-screen action, looks to seal in the paint, out to McGill again. And he was leaning backwards, his shot a little short. Here comes Bristol. And that's picked away. Larry Austin Jr., we know he can do that all the way to the rack, and it's good to go.
He looked like a defensive quarterback in American football. Cornerback, sorry, on defense. He's as fast as they get from foul line to foul line, Larry Austin.
Known for his prolific ability to get steals. Green inside. And once again, Newcastle making it tough here for the Flyers, and they're out running. Taj Green tries to get the exclamation point on that play, but doesn't go. And now Bristol the other way to the right hand, and there's the finish to stop the bleeding.
Wow, that's a 4-point swing there. Had the opportunity. Newcastle in transition. Maybe a poor decision on the lob. Give Bristol credit going the other way for 2.
Whitfield, he's turning the corner, and foul is called on the floor. Foul will be called on Corey Samuels for a hit on the arm. Here's Taj Green. We know he can get up there. He is the human highlight reel when it comes to those moments in play.
Yeah, nice play from Samuels, challenging it, and Allison took the ball away from Delpeche. So they didn't, you know, Bristol didn't give up on the play and rewarded for it.
Here's Whitfield. Stops 2 feet in the paint. Rotation Green. He fires up the 3, back of the iron. Foul is called, and a little moment of emotional body language from Taj Green, and he nipped that in the bud very quickly. He'll head to the bench. Oh, in fact, he's just having a conversation with the referee. He is indeed. And now he's already talking to Roel Graham Bell. He needs to be careful. He has learned his lesson after last night's action. Now here comes the Flyers. Lucas, he somehow got it through. No-look pass to Green.
Wow, broken plays are tough to defend, and that one was broken. But give Green credit for hanging around the basket and finishing for 2. He hasn't had a lot of touches so far, Green. Be interesting to see if, as the game goes on, if Bristol gets him more involved.
Remind me a little bit of an and one slip and slide action there, Rob, going through those defenders. Here come the Flyers pushing now the ball, getting 2 feet in the paint, getting really deep in that paint. Offensive rebound, Roel Graham Bell, but smokes the layup. Foul is called.
Wow. Lucas surprised there at that one. Bristol be a little disappointed about not finishing. It was 5-on-4. Green late to get back. He gets it now. Give him credit here. He comes over. Graham just blows the layup.
Tough call there.
And I think that's going to be number 2 on Lucas. Not sure, but You know, that hurts when you feel like you didn't make any contact and now you get a seat on the bench.
Well, it is 2 fouls for Lucas. In fact, 3 personal fouls, Rob, for Lucas in this game, and that's going to hurt the Flyers. It's Green, it's fumbled around. He tries to keep it alive, can't do so. Pushing forward now, hesitation. Nice pass from Graham Bell, and there's Del Pesh putting a stop to that play and the foul. Afterwards, arriving just on time, Del Pesh there to put a stop to Graham Bell. And a hit on the arm there from Johnson.
And Eagles got to get more bodies back in transition. You can see, you know, Austin saying, come on back, guys, come on back. And that's going to be a challenge. Obviously, we talked about it playing last night. How much legs do you have getting back on defense? This Flyers team, if you don't have numbers back, they're either going to score or get the offensive rebound. So you got to get them bodies back early and often.
First is good for Roel Graham Bell. And the second is good too, 4 for 4 from the line. Here comes Austin Jr. There's that staggered action again. Instead of a handoff, McGill sets the screen. Del Pesh will set another one. McGill, bounce pass across. Larry Austin Jr., he'll choose the drive. Blocked away by Brad Green. Kenny Johnson across. Step to the side here now. Kenny Johnson gets it back. The floater's no good. A little rushed.
Yeah, had a couple looks there. Just didn't hit the floater.
That's nice work defensive there from Tevin Ollison, intercepting the drive from Ricky McGill.
Bristol have missed a few opportunities in transition so far. Here you see McGill, he does a good job of driving. A nice strip from Ollison, look clean.
He thought that he rolled off the body of McGill there.
You know, both teams, don't forget Bristol played Thursday night up in Manchester, long trip as well. So, you're talking about 2 teams have the potential to be a little leggy today.
There's Jordan Johnson getting back to scoring ways.
So crafty, so difficult to defend. Just starts and stops so quickly.
Now here's Kenny Johnson. Inside Green, and he just kind of underneath the basket floats that one in.
Oh, a nice finish from him. And Del Pesh maybe getting a warning here, threw the ball up in the air after the ball went in, but Green with a unique finish.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here as the score is close between these 2 teams. Bristol Flyers and Newcastle playing out a great game. We'll be back very shortly.
Hey, it's Taj Green here at Crep City, Newcastle. Let's go shop and see what I find, but it's gonna be on Newcastle Eagles budget. I always wanted to hoop in these, but I feel like that'd be too heavy for me. There's always been a connection with basketballs and sneakers. I feel like, you know, it started with Jordan, and I feel like now just with the fashion and shoes, and it's worldwide. The best player to ever touch a basketball, behind me. This is gonna describe my whole team in one. Teamwork. If you think about it, we got a team full of players, real fast, athletic. This is Darius Defoe, man. He about business. If I could pick a shoe from this table, the Pandas, you know, you can wear those with anything. Like, I can fit in with anything. I just feel good, you know, being on the court because I'm still blessed to be able to play. And it's only year 2, so I feel like it's more years to come.
Well, it's fair to say Jordan Johnson is a prolific scorer, averaging just over 18 points per game, and he's already got 12 in this one, Rob.
Yeah, 4 for 4 from the field so far, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Not too many teams have found the way to keep him quiet.
A score first guard. Only 1 assist to his name so far in this one, averaging around 4 in the league. Drive here now, stripped away. Great work from Bristol.
Kenny Johnson really picked up the pressure there in the backcourt.
Here is Ollison. Screen from Green. Nice hook pass across. Fade away, and it's good to go.
Ho-ho, why not, Jacob said. And Green did a good job. Tough catch he made a decent pass, and a tough finish from Jacob.
Johnson going down. That's a big offensive foul there from Johnson, overextending that arm into the chest of Kenny Johnson.
Yeah, you see that with him. He definitely uses the body, and that time, I don't think that's a tough call at all. The left hand comes up. Johnson knows that. And good job by Kenny Johnson of sticking his nose in there. Here you see him getting in there, and boom! A little bit of a push. Maybe sold it a little bit as well.
Sometimes you've got to try and accentuate your claim as to what's happening in the game.
Good defense here from the Eagles, making it tough for Bristol to go anywhere.
3 goes up for Ollison. It doesn't matter about the defense there, Rob.
Well, they forced him to dribble the ball, and he said, hey, I'll stop dribbling, I'll fire away. And Ollison, hot early in this game.
Respect my shot, says Tevin Ollison, as Will Neighbors found his way inside the paint. Not known for being there too much, but the ball's given up. And that's just bounced out of bounds on the tight sidelines.
A little bit sloppy so far for Bristol in transition. I think they've missed some opportunities. 7-point lead, but you feel like it could be more if they converted them. And that time, Neighbor had to switch. They threw it up to him. But Bristol has always done a good job of sending 5 guys to the paint, getting arms in there. You have to really protect the ball because they're coming all the time.
That's the 6th turnover of the game for the Bristol Flyers. Defoe sets this screen, and Kenny Johnson's doing a great job of trying to get up in the grill of Jordan Johnson. Defoe, rebound for Brad Green. Oh, and that was a lazy pass there from Kenny Johnson. Whitfield, Euro step into the reverse, can't get the finish, tough angle.
Nice play there from Whitfield. Read the path, jumped in the passing lane, and then took it coast to coast. Let's see what happens here. And yeah, you see how Jacob got that arm in there to draw the foul. Not a lot of contact, but definitely got that arm in there. Good play from Whitfield. The Eagles needed that.
That's happened 4 or 5 times in this game now. Passes being picked off. Just reading and anticipating what's coming up next.
Whitfield, 22 minutes a game, 7 points per game.
Gets the friendly roll there.
Not a lot of trips to the free throw line. That's his 11th trip on the season in 7 games.
Here's Johnson. Inside to Brad Green. And that is a Newcastle Eagles ball.
Tough to throw that low to a big guy like that. Tough spot you put him in. Eagles now hanging around here.
And an offensive foul called again. And I believe that's called on Johnson.
Well, I think it was Neighbor here on the screen. Let's take a look.
Yes, you're right there, Rob.
And, you know, with Johnson here running hard, he's going to flip over. And a lot of times when you take that type of fall, it may look worse than it actually is. It was tough for me to get a good look at that, but Johnson, Kenny Johnson, really sold that one.
And that will be 2nd personal foul. Could it be the 3rd personal foul on Will Neighbor? Smith. Inside. Oh, and that's an and one play right there. Whitfield just going straight through the back of the attacking player.
Let's take a look at that again. Ollison comes off the screen from the top, curls around. Watch Let's see here. He's curling around this screen. Big screen from Green. And yeah, you see him clip the leg from behind. It's going to be a foul all day.
Yeah. No matter how minimal the contact, when you're in the air, that slight touch can really affect your balance. And Ollison will take full advantage of this. As he has 15 points personal.
Johnson on the bench here at the end of the second quarter for McGill to get aggressive.
Just over 2 minutes remaining. McGill gets the ball to Josh Ward-Hibbert. Back to McGill. Catch and shoot. He makes it. It goes down.
I know with Johnson off the floor, McGill knows he has to be a little bit more of a scorer. And if you're Bristol, you got to get him off that line right now. He's feeling good.
He's got 15 points personal. Smith gets the ball to Green. Here's the staggered action. 3-ball comes. That's very, very deep. Rebound for Will Neighbor.
And give Newcastle credit here. They could have, you know, been in a different position. They're hanging around.
And another foul in the back of Ricky McGill. That should be 3 free throws. And Tejon Lucas. And that's his 4th personal foul, I believe. That's what I'm seeing on the stat sheet.
That would be a surprise if he was out on the court. You know, have to get a little look at that again because, you know, it'd be surprising to have him on the court with 3 fouls.
I think a timeout has been called. Teams will want to talk this over. So it's a 4-point game at this moment, Rob. If you're Newcastle, you've got to be happy with the score right now.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, you know, obviously we talked about, you know, long trip. And, you know, the benefit for Newcastle here is they have a lot of veteran guys. They have a lot of guys that know this league, that understand what it takes to play in a back-to-back, how focused you need to be. And I think, you know, chance for 3 shots here, right? 3 shots. I think if you had told Coach Studel that before the game, that he'd be down, you know, if they make the 3 here down 1, he would have taken that one. You know, you want to hang around as long as you can, get it to late in the game. And yeah, Lucas looks like it might be his 4th foul. Yeah. It's a surprise with him being out on the floor.
Well, they are a little short on the bench tonight, Rob, you know. They've got Corey Samuels on the bench, Leslie Smith was on the bench, and they had Trezon Jacob and Pascal Landolfi. Of course, Callum Smart and Raf Thomas Edwards are out, but no, both of those not traditionally guards in that situation. I mean, you can't take away from Bristol's guard players, but are they deep enough?
Well, yeah, I think they are. I think, you know, the key for them is to obviously stay out of foul trouble. I mean, you know, with 3 fouls there, again, I'm surprised because now you got a guy that, when do you play him in the second half? You know, it's a little tricky. He's been playing good basketball. But Trezon Jacob would be important here. He's a guy that's coming off the bench. We've seen him in the league before. He missed all of last season. He's coming off an injury. You know, speaking of Andreas, talking about, you know, his time will come where they can really rely on him. And tonight now with Lucas down with 4, they expect to see a lot of Jacob.
They're also going to have to go a little bit big here. Leslie Smith and Brad Green are going to see a lot on the floor tonight. I think my biggest worry is for the Bristol Flyers is if Corey Samuels is forced to see more court time tonight, I don't think he's going to be able to deal with the firepower of McGill, Johnson, and Larry Austin Jr.
Well, with Samuels, you know he's going to compete. And that's one thing about him is maybe, you know, the numbers aren't there sometimes, but he certainly gets his nose in there, certainly plays hard. So, you know, he will make it as difficult as he can for these guards. It's just maybe what are you getting from him on the offensive end that's the concern.
Well, McGill on his 3rd free throw of 3, and it will bubble in and out for him. I'm not sure he's too concerned because I think it will be his 17th point altogether in the first half. That's some good going. Step back here. Drive it to the rack, to the right hand, rolls around the rim and in.
And that time Green didn't get called for the foul. He did similar that he did before where he kind of blocked out Defoe. You could see Defoe talking to the referee about that, but nice move from Jacob to the basket.
McGill. Guarded up by Corey Samuels here. Straight inside to Defoe, turnaround jumper, vet move.
Now that's where he likes it. You know, he's a mid-range shooter. He did a good job getting position. If you're gonna give him those type of looks, you're gonna knock those down all night. Good read, too, from the Eagles to get him the ball there.
Corey Samuels finds Smith. He's gonna fire up the three. Leslie Smith's gonna knock it down.
Put the three up, Leslie. Not used to knocking down those threes, but that time he let it go right away.
Well, if you're that open and you're in that much rhythm, it's gotta go.
2 for 12 from Smith coming into that shot from three.
McGill, and he almost makes another statement with that shot, bounces over. Well, at the end of the half, 46, well, should I say, I believe it's 46. The score might not be right, but the Bristol Flyers are in the lead, 49-44. We're going to be back with you very, very shortly. We're going to take a break and take a look at this match a little closer.
Okay.
Outside defense proving to be too much. Holmes pass out. Pinson throws it down with a bit of authority there in transition.
Well, Anderson driving to the rim, jammed in on the rebound by Lawton.
Back to 7, and oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out.
Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings with the stimulation. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, faces, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time!
Let's take the stage higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops, my man.
Welcome back. The Bristol Flyers in the lead, 49-44 against the Newcastle Eagles. Despite the score, this will be positive for the Newcastle Eagles, Rob.
Yeah, I was impressed by them. Obviously, they were in trouble a little bit early, but they came back strong, and they're right there for the second half.
Well, here are the stats so far in this game. What are we looking at, Rob?
Well, Newcastle shooting the ball really well. 57% from 2, 44% from 3. When you look at the rebounds, Bristol 23 total rebounds all over that glass. And the free throws, both teams shooting them well. Poised for a good second half.
11 of those rebounds, of course, are offensive rebounds. They average 9 offensive rebounds this season. But let's take a look at the story of the half, especially if you're just joining us. Roel Graham-Bell hot out the gates, Rob.
Yeah, he was hot early, hitting the 3. And, you know, with Bristol, they've been playing good basketball, 4 in a row from them. But Newcastle hung around, and that's what you want to do on this long journey back-to-back. Stay in the game, they did. Graham keeping it going from 3.
Yeah, I mean, he's almost got a double-double, 12 points, 9 rebounds for Roel Graham-Bell. This happened a lot. Their passes got picked away, showing a little bit too much.
Yeah, Newcastle did a good job. And McGill, we talked about how hot he was last night with the 6 threes, but a big half from him. 17 for him, 12 from Johnson, 29 in the first half in the backcourt. And again, Larry Austin, nobody better going from foul line to foul line.
It's been Bristol's opportunity to try and put on a strong performance at home against the Eagles after losing to them earlier on in the season. Green, he's been also putting in some work.
Yeah, he's done well. He's done well on that little short roll. And Bristol, 49 points in the first half. That's a high number. But Allison's been tough, hitting long-range bombs, even with the defense in his face.
Well, Tevin Ovison, he's got 15 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds, slowly filling up the stat sheet.
Yeah, well, don't forget about McGill there, hand down, man down with the jumper. And that time, Jacob able to get to the basket. But this is the one that hurts. The neighbor doesn't contest it, and Leslie puts the 3 up to the crowd to finish off the half.
And a little bit of a Flyers celebration there as well. Well, look, we're going to take a look at some more of these highlights because both of these teams have already been in action this weekend. Let's take a quick look now.
She's got to get something going here. And the Giants really struggling. Stepping through, putting it up, and again, the bank is open. Green coming up to set the ball screen. Flyers looking to retake the game. The 3 is up. Walsh able to secure this one. Throws a long pass. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness! Give these guys some credit. Again, time. We'll get another dime coming from Evan Walsh and another finish. And at the moment, we got a 1-2 punch here. Flyers have to put this one up. Hail Mary 3's been put up, and again. 2-possession lead to the Giants. Jamel Anderson taking down the lane and just using the contact and kissing it off the bank.
And who else? He's a mismatch nightmare, and he is making Bristol feel that.
Goes in, count it, gets the and 1. Well, the only foul trouble concern for the Giants is Jamel Anderson. He does have 3. Well, there's a pump fake, puts up the 3. The 3 is up.
Goodness gracious, Keith Johnson above the rim. I think he could have dunked that.
Lucas now pulls up for 3, puts it up, and again, making it a 10-point ball game. Well, Giants forcing the turnover against Brad Green. Stanley goes for another 3-pointer. This time, Johnson goes up. The follow in is good as Leslie Smith just cleaned it up.
Jamel Anderson, the vet, keeping Manchester in the game. That's a tough pull-up 3. You see Nick Lewis clearing the glass right there, but consistency is going to be good and a tough in-and-out move.
Stanley's made 1 3, goes for another one. That's a big-time tray ball.
That's a tough shot, but he, wow.
Lewis coming off the ball screen. There's a 3, he's fouled. You kind of thought that was going in, but Lucas has to make this one. Trying to tie the game up. 1:31 to go. Missed them both, but an offensive board, and the putback is good. We'll find Anderson. 3 is up. No good. It was on target. At the end of this one, the Bristol Flyers will leave with the victory, 91-87.
And that's good to go on the buzzer. Nice work for the Riders. Jordan Johnson, deep 3 for him. And there's the return. Del Pesh cleaning up.
But the thing is, when you don't take the opportunities, this is what happens going the other way.
Pinson with the response now. Austin Jr. weaving his way. Oh, and sportsmanlike foul has been called here. The referee called on Will Neighbor for the elbow against Kimball McKenzie.
He's gone. Technical foul and an unsportsmanlike because he got the technical for flopping as well.
Oh, yes, so it's a disqualification. Here he is, that man, Larry Austin Jr. working his way into the paint. Myron Thomas getting a hand in there, bobbles out to Taj Green, and he hits a big 3 in response. Comes over the staggered screen on the elbows. Bridges tried to find room, and Pinson now driving and one. What a move! It's Pinson gets it across to Thomas, and that's picked away by Taj Green. Foot race to get there. Oh, and Thomas kind of cuts across his body. Taj Green clapping it up, and a little bit of a pushing action going on here. Players need to keep their calm in this situation. Well,
rather than unsportsmanlike, yeah.
Oh my goodness, how did Pinson keep his balance there? Asprey now, oh, and a hard foul from Taj Green.
Yeah.
This game has descended into pandemonium.
They just called a second unsportsmanlike against Green. He's definitely been ejected now.
Incredible series of an event. As Johnson rattles in a mid-range long two. McKenzie gets the offense back into the hands, and Pinson fires up and in as he throws it off the front of the rim. In the corner, Ricky McGilly's hot. He's on fire. Getting all the way to that basket, and what a wonderful finish. Inside, Del Pesh putting Thomas on a poster. And Thomas with the jam.
Yep.
Oh, ankle breaker. McGill to the corner. Three ball. Can he finish it? Yes, he can. As the ball goes into play here, that is the end of an incredible game. Newcastle Eagles take victory over the Leicester Riders.
Outside defense proved to be too much. Holds pass out. Pinson throws it down with a bit of authority there in transition.
Well, Anderson driving to the rim, jammed in on the rebound by Lawton.
Back to 7, and oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out.
Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. His big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team, jumping off of buildings with the stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places that never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when a ball drops, my man.
Welcome if you've just joined us. British Basketball League Championship action. The Bristol Flyers in the lead 49-44 at this moment in time against the Newcastle Eagles. It's going to be a great second half, so don't go anywhere. But of course, the action's been happening already this weekend. On Thursday, Manchester Giants fell to the Bristol Flyers. Friday, Eagles defeated Riders. Sharks lost at home to the London Lions. Today, Surrey Scorchers earlier put on a clinic against the Manchester Giants. And now Flyers are in the lead at half-time. Don't forget a trio of action coming up tomorrow. Gladiators versus Sharks, Lions versus Scorchers, and Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Plymouth City Patriots. Well, let's take a look at one of the players who's on fire tonight. 15 points, 4 assists for Tevin Ollison, Rob.
Yeah, he's averaging 15 a game. He's a guy that has really improved from last year. He was tough at the end of the season last year. We played him in the playoffs, and he was a tough cover. Because when you can drive to the basket like that and hit shots from deep, hard to defend a guy like that. And here at the end of the jab, bam.
Right in the face of Larry Austin Jr. And there, of course, through contact, making the play as well. He's been doing the business, but business does continue in this second half. They will need him. Of course, Flyers are in trouble here because they have Tajon Lucas out with 4 personal fouls in this game. So let's see how they manage that with their roster. They can't put him in too earlier. Or should I say too early? That could affect their rotation overall.
Yeah, it looks like Samuel took the shirt off. Corey Samuel took the shirt off. He'll start the half. Remember, you got Jacob on the bench, who will probably get a lot more minutes. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Newcastle ramps up the pressure on Corey Samuel in the backcourt.
Josh Ward-Hibbert getting in the confectionery there, right? That's
whatever it takes.
That's the sugar rush that he hopefully needs to get him through this one. Kenny Johnson, you know, averaging 15 points a game as well. He hasn't quite got himself going. He's only got 2 points.
Yeah, Newcastle done a good job, but he's done a pretty good job on defense. Johnson being active. Let's see if he's a little more aggressive in the second half.
Well, here we go. Second half begins. Bristol Flyers will start with the possession, and a man who's also been pouring points in, Roel Graham-Bell, has it. As the ball's rotated round to Kenny Johnson. Here comes Ollison. Trying to hold off Whitfield there. Nice crossover hesitation. Driving inside. Nice work from Ollison, but not the finish he's desired. End line, Bristol keeping.
Wow, that was a nice move from Ollison. He thought he got fouled there from Del Pesh as he drive. Let's see. Jumps in the air. No, maybe he made the contact. Good defense from Del Pesh there. Standing tall around the rim.
Going up straight, both arms as well. Roel Graham-Bell. Back to basket, turn around, fade away. That was nice from Roel Graham-Bell.
Wow, Graham-Bell showing everything, fading away. Tough shot. You know, if you're defending, that's the shot you want, but Graham-Bell making it happen.
McGill. Out to Del Pesh. Johnson. He's got possession. He's made things difficult for the defense tonight. Johnson scooping it up and over.
Good defense there, made it tough for him. Johnson has so many moves, you gotta stay connected.
Johnson and Johnson battle tonight. Commentator's nightmare for sure. Samuels, he throws one up and that bobbles over to the opposite side of the ring into the hands of Del Pesh. Easiest rebound he'll ever get. Here's McGill. He'll pull up, elbow shot, that's good to go. Ricky McGill picking up from where he left off.
Screen and re-screen. Comes off the screen once, comes back off it again, and Ricky McGill is money from that mid-range.
Ollison. Skipped across, nice skip across to Roel Graham-Bell. He's gonna drive that Euro step again, but found himself 2 underneath the basket to get a clean look at the hoop.
Nice drive, just couldn't finish, but good job from Green. Here you see Graham step, side, Euro step. Misses, but Green doesn't give up on the play. Euro step there. That's when you change direction. You're going one way and you quickly go the other way. Tough to guard.
Mainly found in Europe, but now adapted, of course, to leagues all around the world. And the 3 goes in unconventionally for Corey Samuels.
Corey Samuel, not known for his outside shooting, but hits that one.
And another steal now for Bristol. They're pushing forward here. This could all of a sudden be a 10-point lead for them. Roel Graham-Bell firing it up. And he can't make the contact with the bucket. Jordan Johnson skips by Kenny Johnson. Bounce pass rotation. Todd Green. He doesn't get it. Brad Green with the rebound. Graham-Bell left-hand side of the floor. To Ollison. Nice pivot point pass there for Green across to set the screen. Now Samuels again. 2 for 2. Corey Samuels, he's feeling it. We spoke about the work he needs to do in the offensive end, and there it is, Rob.
Yeah, good shot there from Samuels. Confident finish.
Taj Green doesn't get that layup to go. Samuels is breaking out again, pushing, driving all the way, and the foul is called here. 2 shots to come. Corey Samuels says, "Coach, you need me. I've come to deliver."
Well, he's 7 of 27 coming into the game tonight, 3 of 10 from 3. But he keeps the confidence. That time, good look and feeling good. Big smile on his face. And that's what you like to see from the young British player. Man down with the 4 fouls. But don't worry, Coach. I got it.
Yeah, and don't worry, Tahir. Don't talk about me like that. Let me show you what I got. He misses the free throw there, but he get the second chance at it.
8 of 9 coming into the game from the free throw line from Samuel. But he's, you know, been a guy that's been on this team a few years. Usually brings them that energetic spark on defense.
Well, he's part of that contingent. He's a junior Bristol Flyers player, was part of their under-16 conference national league team, played in their EABL academy, also spent some time at Myerscough. He also actually played in the Italian 5th tier before coming back to the Bristol Flyers. So he's tried to develop his skill as a professional basketball player. And another picked away pass. Taj Green to the layup and one play there. Kenny Johnson.
Oh, wow, technical foul there from punching the ball. And Green has blown a couple shots here. That's what kind of he needs. Watch this. That's a silly foul there. And now watch what he does after the foul. Punches the ball, and he gives him a tee for that. That's a tough tee. You know, it didn't seem like he was doing it towards the ref. He just punched it out of bounds. And you could see Coach Kapoulis on fire on the sideline because he didn't think that warranted a tee. Basically just hit the ball. Tough break there for the Flyers.
And just like that now, he's up to 3 fouls personal. Kenny Johnson, it's foul trouble they could do without.
Well, first off, that's a bad foul. Green going in for the layup. You're probably not going to stop him there. But then he punches the ball. Yeah, with the foul trouble they have already with Lucas. You know, now Coach Kapoulis sitting there with 3 for Kenny Johnson with 6:43 left in the third and 4 for Lucas. And that's why he'll probably bring Jacob in for Kenny Johnson right now.
Does just that.
Maybe that's what Green needs to get him going. Missed the open 3 in the corner, missed the layup around the basket. Awfully quiet tonight.
And he's got 4 points, 3 rebounds, in 15 minutes of action. And misses the free throw.
When you look at the Eagles last night, they played a lot of the game without him. Maybe more space on the floor for their guards to operate.
Down low, and an offensive foul called. He's drawn Roel Graham-Bell in there, and Graham-Bell's not quite sure why he was the offender here, but a turn, and I don't really know if Taj Green was set right there.
Not so much that. I don't know how much contact there. That's what Graham thinks. He flopped. But, you know, give him credit for Green getting his nose in there. And, you know, sometimes it's more about how you sell it. And he sold it pretty well. There it is. A little smile. You know that.
There we go.
Great camera work there. Right on it.
Yeah, got to. Now we just need to hear what they were saying. But baby steps. Here's Larry Austin Jr. getting the ball into play.
Okay, dangerous time for Newcastle, but now have a chance to cut it to 6 or 5, hanging around.
Green. Handoff coming into the hands of Larry Austin Jr. Johnson's come all the way around. Big screen from Del Pesh to try and create a disadvantage, but tough defense. They've stuck in there, Bristol Flyers. Shot clock winding down. Jordan Johnson, step back, fade away. And that's no good. Great defensive possession for the Flyers.
Yeah, nice defense from Green. Tough matchup there with Johnson. Made him take a tough shot.
Roel Graham-Bell. Onto the pass of Corey Samuels. Brad Green cleaning up the miss.
Well, I think it was a shot, but hey, who's counting? Corey Samuels threw it up on the backboard, and Brad Green happily will take that deuce.
McGill. And he finally gets it to 4. And I believe it should be basket good.
This is what McGill does so well. He goes away from the screen. It's called a refusal. Going that baseline.
And McGill continues to add to his point tally. What's happened here?
Interesting. I thought they called a foul there.
Well, the basket did count. McGill does get the points. but I think the foul was off the ball in Bristol's favour. They have possession. It's an 8-point game. Samuels, he's going to drive hard to the rack. Not deterred from his previous attempts. Brad Green, nice catch and finish.
And that's the thing, when you eliminate defenders like Samuel did, it gives the opportunity for Green to get the offensive rebound because Delpeche had the help.
McGill, he's driving baseline. Roel Graham-Bell, just a little bit too much contact there. Call for the blocking foul.
And that's why you want your guards to contain the dribble, because especially with Green. Here's McGill, though. Good job there from Graham, but this time a little hesitation. Good call. Bumps him out of bounds.
And I don't know if you saw the stat there. Astronomical number of offensive rebounds in this game for the Bristol Flyers.
Nothing new. #1 in the league. You know, when you play down there, you know they're going onto the glass, and it's not just the big guys, it's all the players. The ball bounces high off those rims down there, so you have to really do a good job of blocking out everyone.
And as a result, they've got 23 second chance points in this game, Rob.
Killer.
Here's McGill.
A refusal.
And almost a three. Now bursting with pace up the floor. Across to Ollison. Trying to find his next play. Nice scoop to the left hand.
Oh! And he shows the crowd that it was the left. Hey, that's my left.
Could do it with my right, I could do it with my left. And we're going to take a quick break now as the game stands at 12 points difference, 63-51. We'll be back with you very shortly.
Hey, it's Taj Green here at Crep City, Newcastle. Let's go shop and see what I find, but it's gonna be on Newcastle Eagles budget. I always wanted to hoop in these, but I feel like that'd be too heavy for me. There's always been a connection with basketballs and sneakers. I feel like, you know, it started with Jordan, and I feel like now just with the fashion and shoes, and it's worldwide. The best player to ever touch a basketball, behind me. This is gonna describe my whole team in one. Teamwork. If you think about it, we got a team full of players, real fast, athletic. This is Darius Defoe, man. He about business. If I could pick a shoe from this table, the Pandas, you know, you can wear those with anything. Like, I can fit in with anything. I just feel good, you know, being on the court because I'm still blessed to be able to play. And it's only year 2, so I feel like it's more years to come.
Back to the action then. Wise Arena, home of the Bristol Flyers Basketball Club. Ricky McGill in possession. He's already got 22 points. Last night, 31 against the Lions. He had 17, and before they had 4 games where he's in single digits. As he starts to find his rhythm once again in the British Basketball League. Whoa. Uh-oh, loss of possession there. Thankfully, a lot of the Newcastle team had retreated back to their half. Austin Jr. bounce pass inside, Delpeche to the left hand, and a big rebound there for Samuels.
Yeah, nice job from Samuels getting in there. Delpeche missed the left-handed hook from point-blank range. He likes that left hand. That's one he'd want back.
Roel Graham-Bell, well, he's been pretty quiet since he had that burst of scoring in the first half. Backcourt violation here. Of course, once the ball goes over, it can't go back. Newcastle Eagles will get the ball. It's 12 points now, Rob.
Yeah, and this is what we talk about in Bristol, those long rebounds. A little unfortunate for Jacob where he tripped. He had an opportunity to grab it. But now he'll make the sub. Samuel will come out, and they'll bring in Lucas with the 4 fouls. So Lucas back on the court with his 4th.
This is very, very dangerous territory on wrong reach for the ball, and his night will be over. He's taking a risk here, and I don't think it's a risk worth taking. They're up 12.
Well, he knows his players better than we do, so, you know, he figures he can get out there and, you know, stay on the court. Tough call there. Look, Smith arguing the call. Looked like it went off Defoe. Coach Kapoulis not happy with it either. Those are tough ones for referees. You know, you got both hands in there. Tough to see who it comes off.
No review system to fall back on. Here's Will Neighbor, and he gets it going for three. Big three for Will Neighbor.
That's what he can do. Stretch the floor. Big shot there. Eagles hanging around. Still only 9.
There's a foul there. You could see a little bit of tic-tac-toe between Austin Jr. and Lucas. Reaching in, reaching out, reaching in, reaching out, and
he slaps the hand off. Be careful, Lucas, with the with the fouls. You can't keep that. There you go. You got the hands in there.
The game of tag rub.
But the thing with Lucas with the 4 fouls, you got to be careful with that type of swipe, because that could be the
offensive foul. Yeah.
Whoa.
Push there for Defoe.
Defoe wanted to trap there, make something happen. Lucas hits the deck hard. Game getting physical. Here you see Defoe on the screen. We've seen this from time and time again for him, where he jumps out, puts that hand in there.
Reaching over. I think he just lost his balance a little, and also holding onto his arm.
Yeah.
Lucas. Smith. Back into the hands of Lucas. 3 ball goes up. Rebound now for Johnson. They're off to the races here, the Newcastle Eagles. Slows things down a little, trying to find the outlet pass. Johnson. Defoe re-screen. And it was a hard screen.
Yeah.
Ollison's feeling that. Ollison now has possession. He'll fire up a 3 opposite side of the floor. Long rebound into the hands of Lucas.
And you see where that ball came off. It came off all the way out towards the foul line. And again, when you play down there, you have to rebound from the backcourt on those long rebounds.
And that will be, I believe, the 3rd personal foul for Austin Jr. There is Tejon Lucas. He's going to go to the line. Larry Austin Jr. at the bottom of our screen here is trying to get an understanding. This is the conversation we want between players and referees, explaining their
Gavin
decision.
Williams, referee, around a long time.
There it is. 2 for 2. Important points on the board, but Newcastle need to strike back if they're to stay in this game. And that's not the way to do it. Lucas, nice pass. Beautiful work from the Bristol Flyers, Tevin Ollison, and they will force the timeout from Mark Stutel. 67 to 54. Tevin Ollison, 19 points.
And he jumps into passing lane. I love this pass. Ready? Right to him. And then, you know, the fast break opportunities early in the game for Bristol. They didn't capitalize on them, but that's a pass right on time from Lucas for the 2, and a good timeout from Coach Studel, because you can't let this get away from him at this point of the game.
Serving it on a silver platter. That's exactly what you want. Let's hear it into Mark Stutel.
We can't carry anything else on us every possession. Dean, it's head tap now, do me a favour. Keep Green down in the dunker and allow to play with him and Smith. And then Trent's anything. Right here. JJ, sorry, let me go LA right here, okay? Darius, Will, JJ dead, we're in double, okay? LA gets in here, come on, underneath D, hot Will, maybe you're open, Ingo, you and JJ up 2 man.
Inside.
Yeah, looking for a 2-man game from Johnson and Neighbor. That means Neighbor will come, they'll try to get the ball to Johnson, and Neighbor will come up and set the screen and roll. But Neighbor doesn't roll, he pops usually. Be interesting to see how they play that. If they don't switch, Neighbor could get an open 3 on this. So let's look for Johnson to get the ball and Neighbor to come over and set the screen.
These moments are always interesting when you get that insight and we're able to see if the players are able to deliver in that moment. Here we go.
Double screen here.
Neighbor sets the screen, he pops, he gets the three, and unable to knock it down, but that's the look they were.
Well, I thought it was going to be Johnson, but it was Austin in Neighbor, and that's what they were looking for. That pop from three, got a decent look, just didn't knock it down.
Smith. Down low, Brad Green. Back out, Smith threatening to shoot another three, and instead he kind of goes to his weak hand. Austin Jr. with pace, looks to the corner, opposite side, Jordan Johnson. A fight for the offensive rebound. This time Newcastle Eagles will claim it. Defoe, Neighbor, he was ready to shoot. Back out to Johnson. They've got 6 seconds on the shot clock here. They've got to find an option. They do indeed. Whitfield, he likes to shoot the three, and that is exactly why.
Yeah, that was a nice play there. The extra pass from Austin. He knows he's not a three-point shooter, so why not give it to the better three-point shooter? Good extra pass. Whitfield knocks it down.
Back to a 10-point game. Lucas. Down inside to Green. Double team now. He's in trouble. And that's deflected away with only 3 seconds of the shot clock here.
I feel like Bristol's really outplayed Newcastle in this quarter, but if they get a stop here, go the other way, they're still hanging around in this game, and that's what's dangerous.
Nice hands from Defoe there. In fact, a timeout call, I'm guessing, from Andreas Kapoulas to draw something up in this moment. Defensively, in this situation here, you're the opposing team, the other team taking a timeout to draw something up. What are you thinking about now?
Well, you hope you know what they have, in their back. That's what the preparation's all about. But, when you're Newcastle here, you haven't had a chance to talk about this. Remember, they played last night. They didn't start talking about Bristol till today.
Listening to Kapoulas here.
You're screening, okay, for Leslie. Brad, you're screening for Kevin. Okay, Diesel, we're looking for Kevin. Except the ball is wide open. Only 3 seconds. It's a catch and shoot or one dribble shoot. Is that clear for everyone? Is that clear for everyone? Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, good timeout. Letting them know how much time's on the shot clock and what they can do in that time. So they're looking for something quick. And if you're Newcastle, obviously you want to know what they do, but sometimes you can come out of the timeout, maybe switch up the defense, switch up the look. But we shall see. Coach Kapoulas uses, I think, his first timeout of the quarter for this out-of-bounds play.
This is the insight we get here on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Let's see how it all plays out. Can they get this three off? Almost called for a 5-second, one dribble, and Corey Samuels to be the buzzer. Yes!
What do you mean one dribble? I'll take 2 and finish it. Hey, what do you mean? He said only one dribble. I can make it with 2 dribbles.
And a foul is called here. Foul. Foul is called on Larry Austin Jr. for a push. And so the basket is good, and one shot to come, I believe. Let's have a look at this here. Shot goes in. Then what happens? Well, the whistle's blown already there. Just trying to drive again. You see Larry Austin Jr. a little nudge in the back as he goes up.
A little bit. Surprising call there. That was a tough one after the play. You don't see that call too often, but give Samuels credit for making something out of nothing. He was the last option on that out-of-bounds play, and he had the 2-dribble floater, big basket here, and a chance to make it even worse at the foul line.
Let's have a look at tomorrow's action at 3 o'clock. Caledonia Gladiators take on the B-Brawn Sheffield Sharks. Of course, there's 3 games, so following that, London Lions versus Surrey Scorchers. I'll be at the arena for that one. Over 3,000 tickets sold for that game. And for the Cheshire Phoenix, they face off against the Plymouth City Patriots at 6 o'clock. Don't forget, like and subscribe the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Don't miss a beat. Unbeatable action all year round. Here's McGill. Trying to go to work here. Great defense from Ollison, clapping it up. Jordan Johnson, though, finding a way. And the shot clock buzzer sounds and a whistle blown. Foul will be called. 2 shots to come now for the Flyers.
Well, that was great defense there from Ollison. He really locked in there on McGill in the backcourt. But credit Johnson for making something out of nothing. The floater, he probably feels like he should have made that. But there you see how quick Lucas was to the ball. The foe couldn't get there. And that's what happens here. You know, on the road, long trip. What do you got left in the legs to get those loose balls? Bristol doing a great job of picking up those rebounds.
And there's no lineup here.
Looks like it might have been a tee. Yeah, because this is the tee, 1 shot. I'm not sure who the technical was called. I can see Mark Studel putting his hands to his face.
One, easy one for Tevin Ollison. Larry Austin Jr. now has 4 fouls himself in the game.
Now, Eagles played Monday in London, last night in Newcastle. Long week tonight in Bristol.
Lucas misses the first. to 57 with 40.2. Of course, 10 more minutes of action. The quarter score standing at 20-13. They haven't won a quarter in this game, the Newcastle Eagles.
Bristol now here, 14-point lead. Remember, they've won 4 in a row. A chance for 5 in a row for them.
And smart from Kapoulas to take Lucas out in these final moments of this quarter. Doesn't want him picking up a foul in this situation. Neighbor now trying to back down Smith. There's Neighbor going here. And a foul is called. He gets the rub of the green there.
Yeah, a lot of dribbling. I thought Smith played really good defense where he took the ball out of Johnson's hands, then got back. Let's see what happens here. Keeps that pivot foot, slips through, maybe a little bump. Smith didn't like it. A good job by Neighbor to be able to draw that foul.
Oh, Neighbor. He's got 3 points tonight. Chance to turn that into 5 with this trip to the free throw line. Of course, has spent time at various other British Basketball League clubs. Spent some time in the Cheshire Phoenix, London Lions. Crossover from Ollison to find Green. Green firing up a 3. Well, that's the end of the third quarter. 71-59. It's a 12-point game as Flyers have the advantage. We'll be back with you the fourth and final quarter right after this.
Back to 7, and oh, Sharma! Have mercy!
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out.
Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Wow, great Great pass, but even better defense.
Oh my goodness! That one would have been a highlight reel.
Just like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings with the stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-white. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show. Big time!
Well, buckle up. We've got an exciting fourth quarter coming for you. It's either going to be a Bristol masterclass routing the Newcastle Eagles, or we're going to see a great comeback in this game. Which one are you going for, Rob?
Well, Newcastle's going to have to get going here. You know, obviously, been a tough game for them, long trip and everything, but these first few minutes are very important for them to get back in the game.
Well, here comes Jordan Johnson. Bounce pass into Defoe. Roel Graham-Bell will get his hands onto that. He stayed down here.
And I thought that was a good play from Samuel. He got his hand on that pass. Real active Corey Samuel with the hands on defense. Maybe twisted the ankle. Let's see.
Big fella, Roel Graham-Bell, as he...
Oh, Defoe goes right under him on that foot. That's tough.
Yeah.
Scary when you have a guy Defoe's size, you know, going underneath you like that. Very dangerous. Looks like he shook it off, though.
Graham-Bell, tough player.
Remember, he missed the whole season last year. Signed at Newcastle, missed the season. Was it the whole? Yeah, I mean, you know, thought he was going back, but late signing it, you know, for Bristol.
Yeah. And then extended, of course.
Yeah.
What I will say is that obviously this summer I spent a lot of time on the 3x3 basketball scene, a lot of the summer circuits. Samuels nets another triple.
Oh.
Roel Graham-Bell played in all of these tournaments. He was putting in the work over the summer. As Johnson now finds the ball to Neighbor in the corner, Whitfield, and they need that reply, the Newcastle Eagles.
And that play was made by Johnson. His ability to get in the paint, and then Neighbor with a great extra pass, and Whitfield loves that corner, knocks it down.
Allison. He's got 20 points tonight. Inside, Smith getting up with the finish.
And that was a switch from Defoe, and Smith had the mismatch underneath for the easy finish. Good read from the Flyers.
Well, Graham-Bell is trying to still shake off that ankle injury. A little power jump at the free throw line. Here's Whitfield, steps to the side. He fires up his shot. Bristol. Samuels across Allison. He wasn't going to hesitate there, and that's exactly why Mark Stewart straight away, hand in the air, timeout. There is no way we're going to win this game with that kind of attitude.
Well, we've seen Olsen all night be able to hit the deep three. That one was way outside. It's been his night, both inside and outside.
Well, that takes his stat line to 23 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. He's in the lead to be tonight's game MVP, alongside, sneakily, Brad Green, who's got 13 points, 13 rebounds, Rob.
Yeah, Green's been tough in there, and you see him get better and better. And, you know, speaking earlier to Coach Kapoulis, he thinks his team is learning every week. You know, a lot of new players to the league, and he thinks that, you know, don't want to get too high. Yeah, you know, with the winning streak, but confidence has to be high with the way they're playing tonight.
Well, Coach Kapoulis talking it over with his team, reinforcing their game plan, ensuring that they can see this one out. And Mark Stewart trying to help his team get back into this one. Can they turn this back-to-back game day curse around?
And that is way outside from Allison, maybe 5-6 feet behind the three-point line, and it touches nothing but the net. Yeah, Looks like he's thirsty. Get him a drink.
Again, his water bottle. He needs,
Where
is
is
that
it?
what it is?
He can't find it.
We now know what it is. It's the special secret drink that we've seen in Space Jam. That's what he's looking for. Defoe. Stolen away by Smith, getting his hands in the passing lane, and that's deflected out of bounds.
I like the activity from the Flyers tonight with the hands and the arms. They've done a good job on the defensive end. 62 points only right now for the Eagles.
McGill across Whitfield. Whitfield getting a lot of looks at the moment. Here's Taj Green. Bounces up off the top of the backboard into the hands of Smith. Once again, the Bristol Flyers are dominating these rebounds. 45 rebounds to Newcastle's 20. Another big three. Looks like it was going to go in for Ollison, but that falls short. McGill. Austin Jr. The bounce pass trying to find Taj Green. And the defense here, you've just got to commend it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they had to switch with Green and did a good job in front of him. And then Graham Bell came over and got his hand on the ball. Been a solid second half on the defensive end for Bristol.
Austin Jr. to inbound on the baseline. Whitfield getting to that corner, and that slips away. Bristol get it back. Frustration on the faces of the Newcastle Eagles. They hung around for most of this game. That 22-15 third quarter seems to have deflated them. Here's Samuels now. Ollison again. Strong drive from Ollison. Nice rebound, Rowell Graham-Bell. Underneath the rack, a back across to Ollison. Pump fake, don't jump, son. To the left hand. Scooping it in again and taking a good look at that left hand.
Dipsy-do! I love the pass from Graham Bell. Threw it cross court like a shortstop in baseball, and he finished with the drive, Ollison. It's his night.
Defoe, head down and trying to drive to the rack. Upset that he didn't get a call there. Samuels inside. Leslie Smith is going to go one-on-one. Taj Green. And a nice, another offensive rebound. 3 ball. Samuels fighting for it. And that was offensive rebound number 20 tonight for Bristol.
Relentless on the glass. Just a lot more energy here. And watch it. Right from shortstop, right on the money. And look at this one. Hey, how about the left again? Look at it. Where's my left? There it is.
Oh, dear. I love having Rob Paternostro and Cody Cobbs with me. And I know you guys do as well at home. Ricky McGill now. Foul is called here. Smith. Big call for the foul. This is close to being a 20-piece. McGill, shoulder down. Smith, just not beating him to the spot, bumping him out of his lane.
And you have to give McGill credit after that performance last night where he played 38 minutes tonight. Back on the floor, making things happen for them.
Another 30-minute shift for him, it's looking like. 23 points on the board after that one. Josh Ward-Hibbert, he's had 6 minutes and 40. Not really been able to have an effect on the game tonight.
You know, you never know what someone's carrying after the game the night before. When you play the back-to-back, you have no time to recover. So if there is something, you know, it's tough to turn it around in that one day.
Half-time, he was carrying a bag of sweets, that's for sure. Here's Jacob inside. Smith, back to basket, mismatch against Larry Austin Jr. Defoe was there to help. Corey Samuels again fires it up. Now Ricky McGill fires up a 3. It's good to go. Ricky McGill, 27 points.
Oh, man, are we going for back-to-back 30s from McGill? Great pass from Austin there to find him behind the three-point line.
That's out of bounds. Larry Austin Jr., very lucky there that he didn't make too much contact with Smith. That would have been him out of the game. Here it is, that triple. McGill.
A lot of time for McGill there. And the way he's shooting the ball, you got to get out there.
50% from three-point territory, 4 for 8 tonight. Onto the right hand, Lucas.
Tough finish, big smile on his face.
I mean, apart from the foul trouble, he's done a little bit of everything. 4 assists, couple of steals, 3 rebounds, 7 points.
Yeah, player coming into his own. He had a really good game on Thursday night in Manchester.
Here he is again. Lucas skipped to the corner, free ball. Rebound for Green, holds it tight to his chest.
If you're Bristol now, you probably want to run a little clock.
Johnson, he'll line up a triple. That's off to the left.
Especially now, you can see Coach Kapoulis, slow down, slow down. Now the clock is your friend.
As we get to the 5-minute mark in this 4th and final quarter. Oh, nice behind the back pass, and Brad Green throwing it down.
Wow, what a pass. We love that around the back pass. Lucas had foul trouble, but watch this. Whoop, around the back, right to Green. And Green will finish it with ease.
He did it with a smile on his face, and Brad Green takes his tally to 15 points. We'll be back with you straight after this break.
Hey, it's Taj Green here at Crep City, Newcastle. Let's go shop and see what I find, but it's gonna be on Newcastle Eagles budget. I always wanted to hoop in these, but I feel like that'd be too heavy for me. There's always been a connection with basketballs and sneakers. I feel like, you know, it started with Jordan, and I feel like now just with the fashion and shoes, and it's worldwide. The best player to ever touch a basketball, behind me. This gonna describe my whole team in one. Teamwork. If you think about it, we got a team full of players, real fast, athletic. This is Darius Defoe, man. He about business. If I could pick a shoe from this table, the Pandas, you know, you can wear those with anything. Like, I can fit in with anything. I just feel good, you know, being on the court because I'm still blessed to be able to play. And it's only year 2, so I feel like it's more years to come.
Well, there's Brad Green, the man from Lone Pine, California, University of California, Irvine.
Nice place. Nice place. Been there.
And that's what we like.
Beautiful.
But also, you knew his previous head coach, Rob, at Catford Bulls.
Yeah, Mike Coffin, excellent. Mike Coffin was there before, used to be there. Good program, Catford. Know that Austrian league very well.
There's a foul called opposite side of the floor here. That will be called on 55 Green.
Well, give Newcastle credit, though. The effort was there. It was a difficult night. You know, speaking to Stutz and speaking to Coach Stronach the last couple weeks, they knew this was going to be a real challenge. But just probably ran out of gas here in the second half.
4 minutes 30 on the clock. End line ball, Lucas to inbound, and a timeout has been called by Andreas Kapoulis. Wants to draw something up here, Rob.
Yeah.
Something for them to look at.
Interesting 18-point lead. He with another out of bounds. About 2 timeouts in the second half, both of when they've had the ball out of bounds underneath. So be interesting to see what he draws up here.
Next game is on Friday the 27th of October versus Cheshire Phoenix. There's still tickets available if you want to get yourself some tickets for that game. Get it soon because it will sell out. Friday the 27th of October. And if you haven't had enough of the Flyers tonight, you can always listen to Bristol Flyers podcast on all podcasting platforms where we will
if you're wondering what it takes to be a professional basketball player, and you're looking at this coaching clipboard now and thinking, what is going on? Then, my friend, unfortunately, you don't have what it takes.
Yeah, certainly have to be able to pay attention, follow directions, and know a lot of different sets, from the offensive sets to the out-of-bounds, half-court sets to the out-of-bounds plays. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of studying throughout the week.
But also to be able to work on the fly, because sometimes coaches draw something up that the opposition hasn't seen before.
Sure, and that's what you do. You come into it, and maybe he wants to work on something here. Talked about Green here. He's way out there cutting late. Let's see, he throws it to him just to get the ball in, middle pick and roll.
Oh, that screen rejected. The pass does get to Roel Graham-Bell. I don't know if it was knocked away, but the foul will be called. I believe that will be called the number 55, Taj Green.
Taj with a smile here, 18 down.
In fact, that foul will be called on Jordan Johnson, right? Reaching there, hitting on the hand. Third personal foul for him. Lucas knocks down. Another free throw. This is his fifth and sixth trip to the line tonight. And making both of these gives him 9 points on the board.
Remember tonight, Bristol playing without Raphael Thomas Edwards, who's been a really effective player for them. Real difficult to deal with on the offensive glass.
But another big rebounder as well, right? Imagine adding more rebounds to this performance. Here's Johnson. Oh, Johnson for three. He rattles one in. This is his 15th point of the game. That's his first three of the night, Rob.
Interesting. They've done a pretty good job on him tonight.
Rebound for Green. Back into the hands of Johnson. He's pushing the ball forward now. Johnson looking to go all the way. What happened there?
Whoa.
A foul and 2 shots to come.
Another example of Johnson finding a way to draw the foul. Didn't seem like there was much in that. Let's take a look again. He's
Roel Graham-Bell reaching in there. That's
I
what
thought he's on the orange there.
Yeah, I agree
Tough
with you.
Call. And Johnson, when a guy goes to the line like that much, he finds a way. But for me, no foul there.
Yeah, referee's also in a difficult position. He's actually the opposite side of the camera right now, where he's standing at this moment to make that call. So he's also behind the player. Not an easy job. You need X-ray glasses as an official, right?
Tough to see. Fast game. But, yeah, maybe fortunate there to get to the foul line.
Johnson. No, and that tight rim. It was as good as in that, Rob.
Yeah. Newcastle up trying to trap, put the pressure on. And they get the 8-second call.
Oh, wow, there it is. I thought he was blowing a foul on Johnson, but in fact, Newcastle will earn the possession back. 3:36 on the clock. We've seen stranger things, Rob.
We had 8 seconds to get it over that halfway line, and that time, Bristol unable to do that. But they're going to have to score quickly here.
Well, a man who has been scoring and has 27 points is Ricky McGill. Let's see if he can pull something out of the bag. In fact, an offensive foul call, even though Johnson made that three.
Was out Del Pesh there as he rolled to the basket. Let's take, if we take a look at that again, I think that's who the foul was going to be on, which maybe freed up Johnson. Let's take a look. And there you see Del Pesh
running through his former teammate, Corey Samuels.
He's probably done that a few times in practice with Samuel.
Yeah, well, he's had a really tough night tonight, Del Pesh. In 17 minutes, he's got a donut, nothing on the board.
Wow.
It's not been a happy return to his former club. Of course, Coach Kapoulas knows all about him. Roel Graham-Bell throws that one in. A little bit of a scrape there, but he'll take it.
Nice pass from Green. He's been good tonight on that short roll, making passes. And Roel Graham finishes for 2.
Another rebound there for Green.
See Coach Kapoulas slow it down, run the clock.
That is rebound number 15 for Brad Green. 15 points, 15 rebounds, Rob.
Great game from him, solid all night.
Oh, nice work from Lucas, splitting the defenders.
And that's why you want Lucas on the floor and not in foul trouble to make plays like that.
And a timeout called with 2 minutes 39 on the clock. It is a 20-point game. And it's looking a little bleak for Newcastle. It doesn't seem that there's a way back into this.
Yeah, it's going to be too much now. Down 20. And we want to maybe get a good look, keep the lead as low as possible here. Well, it just didn't have it in the second half, you know, especially on the off here, having a conversation with Green.
Well, next week, Rob, both of us will be in action. I'll be in action live on Sky Sports, taking the viewers through the Riders, taking on the Scorchers at 7:45 p.m. You'll be at the Morningside Arena, and you've had a good look at the Surrey Scorchers tonight.
Certainly have, and we played them recently as well, a couple weeks ago, so we understand what they do. The way they shot the ball tonight, it'll be tough to beat. Gonna have to get into them, but should be a good game at the Morningside.
That's what we like to see. Don't forget all the latest information on the British Basketball League. Make sure you check out the website and also check out YouTube.
Be interesting to see what is wrong with Josh Haver. I don't think we've seen him at all in the second half. I want to talk about a guy that can bring you energy in a game like this. You know, you would think he would have been used, so maybe battling something.
Yeah, let's hope it is well for Josh Hibbert. He plays with such enthusiasm, and he really does love this game.
Well, you know, with Josh, you know, we had him over at Leicester. Wonderful player to coach. But sometimes, even in practice, you'd have to tell him, hey, take it easy, you know, because he really goes hard all the time, throws his body out there. And with the Eagles, with the schedule they have this year, you would expect some injuries to come. You know, playing in Europe and playing in this hectic BBL schedule, it's going to be tough to stay healthy.
Johnson skipped across. Larry Austin Jr. off the dribble, kicks it out. Ricky McGill trying to get to that 30-piece. Taj Green just tipping that around and getting it in for two. Taj Green, 6-point of the night. Drive, left-hand finish, and Tevin Olison, there he is.
That left hand has been on fire tonight.
And a technical foul has been called here, and Corey Samuels.
He said he flopped.
Yeah. Shot to come here for the
Let's
Newcastle
take a look
Eagles.
at this one again. This is going to be interesting to see. I mean, you get a technical foul if you flop and fall down without taking a hit, and it's actually a pretty good call there. I don't think there was a ton of contact.
No,
so,
there wasn't. No, there
you know,
wasn't.
at first I thought, you know, I don't know about that one, but
what I will say from a player's perspective, I think Corey Samuels did the right thing, but not with. There wasn't enough contact to warrant that.
yeah, you got to take the hit first, and yeah, it was, I think, the right call. So now it'll be a technical foul shot, which Johnson will take.
Yeah, let's start to talk about our player of the game, Rob. And who are you going with?
Well, you know, you got to give some credit to Samuel tonight. He did a great job, came in when Lucas was in foul trouble, but we're going with Allison because he was very difficult to defend, hit the deep threes, 27 points, 6 assists as well. So a big-time night from Allison from start to finish.
But, of course, they had two of the candidates for this. Roel Graham-Bell, he's had a double-double, 16 points, 11 rebounds. Brad Green, 15 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists to his name, and 2 blocks. Could have been either 3 of those players, or either 2 of those other players mentioned. Stacked with talent.
Yeah, I mean, total team effort from them tonight.
Lucas, smart decision there to go with the floater, and Brad Green following it up.
I'm impressed with Green's stamina tonight, too. Remember, played Thursday night. He's still running the floor late in the game with, you know, a 20-point lead. You know, he could have gave up on that play and stayed on the other side of half court, kept going, active. Looks like a big guy that's in pretty good shape.
Well, that's his 8th offensive rebound. 9 offensive rebounds for Roel Graham-Bell tonight. 22 offensive rebounds in total, providing 25 second chance points for the Bristol Flyers. Defoe's mid-range is no good there. Inside, Ricky McGill, why not? And one chance to get his 30-piece run.
Yeah, I mean, he is a guy that has been scoring at a high rate. Started out Monday in London, then last night against Leicester, and then today comes back. I think that gives him 29. Or is he at 29 now?
That's 29, yeah, and chance to make it 30 on the dot here.
Not many players get back-to-back 30 pieces, I'll tell you that.
Well, you know, overall across the league, we're blessed with some great guards, Rob.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think, you know, you look at the league this year, go to 6 import players, and what you found is a lot of firepower, especially in the backcourt, up and down the league.
Sanders threatens to shoot the 3, but makes the smart decision to use the clock. Green comes to set the screen. And now another triple for Allison. He was so close. He's 3 points away from 30 himself. And now McGill inside, and there's another 2 points to put on the board, and one again, Ricky McGill.
Yeah, Ricky's so difficult to defend when he's making that 3. We talked about how he was struggling from that 3-point line, but now you have to chase him out there, and he's so good at getting by you and finding different ways to finish at the basket.
I mean, this is a big problem for the rest of the league now if Ricky starts to find this form.
Yeah, no doubt. Makes them so dangerous with those 2 guys in the backcourt.
And he makes the free throw there. And that is Flyers ball. It's deflected away by Larry Austin Jr., 50.5 on the clock. Timeout called, I believe. Is that Andreas Kapoulis? He's called that timeout. He's got a chance to advance and draw something up on the opposite sideline, Rob.
Yes, he's worried about that 15-point lead here with 50 seconds to go.
Well, I think we had this situation the other night. I think it was Nick Lewis, and it was against Leicester, it was. And I think Jaron Holmes has come into terms and understanding points difference matters.
Yeah, and I think maybe he's thinking that right now, that he needs to, you know, make sure that that point difference stays up. But, you know, it's hard because, you know, you play the game for a long time. You learn to play the way a certain way, whereas when you're up big, you know, you pull the ball out at the end of the game. That's always been the way to play. That's always been the classy way to play. But I guess when you play teams 4 times and you have these point differential, it could be important if you finish in a tie.
There we go. Rob's view on that one.
I mean, I think from an early age, you were taught that when you're up that big at the end of the game, you pull the basketball out. So, hey, you got to get used to different way to play. And with, like I said, with the 4 games, you're playing each team 4 times. If you were in a tie, that point differential will matter.
I mean, that four-game matchup makes some really tasty encounters, right? I know there'll be some one-sided affairs, without a doubt, but when it's all close and tied up, that's when things really get interesting. Sideline possession, as expected. Coach Andreas advancing the ball. Oh, there's Jay Marriott in the background there, making the trip across the southwest. Inside, Green again for 2. 19 points for Brad Green. Johnson. Step back for him. Taj Green with the rebound. Out to Ricky McGill. How many more points can this man pour in the bucket?
Wow.
36 points tonight.
What a performance. Great pass from Defoe there.
And a foul is called. Foul will be called on Johnson.
McGill putting in the minutes tonight, too. Still looks fresh out there. You know, he played at 38 last night. And still putting the points on the board, putting the minutes out there. Here's Defoe with a bullet pass. Great angle of that. And that's contested. But it doesn't matter with McGill right now.
He's got his swagger back. And there's the remaining 18 seconds of this to play out. Will Bristol play for these final points, or will they do the classy thing here, Rob? And they will show some class and hold on to this as Bristol Flyers. Oh! Look like they're going to make for the shot. In fact, they are going to play for the shot. Tevin Ollison's going to fire it up on the back of the rim, but that's the end of the game. 97-80. 23, Rob Paternostro, Bristol Flyers take the victory.
Yeah, great team performance from Bristol. Obviously, taking advantage of that long trip for Newcastle, the heavy legs, but give Bristol credit. Remember, they played Thursday night as well. They were ready to play tonight. They got contributions from up and down the roster.
A big game from Brad Green tonight. We didn't choose him as the game MVP, but he definitely could have been that. 19 points, 17 rebounds. But he was, you know, gently encouraged by his teammate, Tevin Ollison, with 27 points and 6 assists himself.
Yeah, I thought that Green was solid and tough tonight. He's a guy that, you know, looks like a real force to be reckoned with in this league.
Corey Samuels, as we can see on the screen, he stepped up, played 20 minutes of action tonight, filled the role when Lucas is in foul trouble.
Yeah, you got to give him credit, not known for his scoring, but, you know, with Lucas down, came out there, hit some threes, made some driving layups, really helped them push ahead in that second half.
Well, Bristol Flyers have now kind of confirmed their place in second position in the British Basketball League Championship. You can see the enjoyment on their face. Of course, last year with their highest ever finish in the British Basketball League, full stop. You know, what the steps can they take to go that next step further?
Well, you know, early on, obviously in the season, 3 losses, but they've had a nice little win streak here. You know, they're in a situation where they're playing Sheffield late in the game, could have gave them their 4th loss. They won that one, and ever since then, they've been on quite a roll.
Well, let's take a look at some of the full-time stats for you as the players there continue to enjoy themselves at the Wise Arena. Once again, it's packed out. There are the stats on the board. Rebounds. Oh my goodness, Rob. 54 to 28.
54 to 28, all over the offense glass. 25 assists there from Bristol. They really had good ball movement, moved that ball around, got great opportunities, and really shot the ball pretty well there. 51% from 2, 34 from 3, and 70 from the free throw line.
Newcastle Eagles also made another 21 visits tonight to the free throw line. But let's have a look at those games that are coming up. There you can see the results from previous action, but tomorrow we focus attention to 3 games in the British Basketball League Championship. Caledonia Gladiators vs Sharks at 3 p.m. The London Lions at home at the Copper Box Arena against the Surrey Scorchers, who go back-to-back at 4:30. And at 6 o'clock, the Cheshire Phoenix welcome the Plymouth City Patriots. Well, let's take a look at those standings. We mentioned them earlier on, and as it stands, it looks like this. Bristol Flyers playing 9 games with a 5-4 record. In 9th position of London Lions, 9-0. They don't look like stopping anytime soon. Towards the end of that table, Surrey Scorchers are lifted off the bottom after their earlier win. And of course, Newcastle Eagles, they're there and thereabouts with 8 games played, 3-4. But you see how tight it is. A couple of wins could change everything, Rob.
Yeah, certainly tight at the table. Obviously, London running away there, 9-0. What a start from them. But a lot of movement could happen in only a couple of weeks.
Well, there's lots of exciting action coming up for you in the British Basketball League. You don't want to miss it. It's been a great Saturday here, though, Robin. I just want to hear your final thoughts on our 2 games today.
Well, Surrey Scorchers got their first win with the 3-point bombs, but this one here, give Bristol credit. They were ready, and they played a great game from start to finish.
Well, that's it from us here at British Basketball League HQ. We'll be back with you soon. 3 games tomorrow. Don't miss it. British Basketball League YouTube channel. On behalf of myself, Ty Hadja, and Rob Paternostro, we'll see you next time.